Hello, Beatriz. Thank you so much for joining us. So firstly, tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you joining us from?
My name is Beatriz Revilla Romero. I'm a senior flood risk expert and project manager at DNB. I'm currently based in Madrid, Spain.
So we know that you're working on the South Sudan region. Just to set the scene, could you tell us a little bit more about the current situation there?
Yeah, sure. So South Sudan gained independence from Sudan in 2011, making it the most recent country. In 2022, South Sudan was ranked as the most vulnerable country to climate change. It is also one of the most in lacking of coping capacity and a very political fragile nation. On top of this, it suffered 4 years of consecutive devastating floodings, affecting over 1 million people. And now they are receiving refugees and returnees from Sudan.
Can you tell us a bit more about the collaboration between the GDA program and the World Bank?
The World Bank team engaged on this project is actively bolstering national capacities by integrating the use of earth observations for effective flood management through various World Bank finance operations and exposure assessments. In December 2023, a new World Bank project kicked off, led by GMB, which, following a competitive process, which will continue developing these activities.
And what are the main goals of the Water Management Enhancement Project in South Sudan?
So the new World Bank project has 2 key objectives. The first one is to develop flood and drought hazard and exposure maps, not only based on Earth observation, but also modeling and in situ data when feasible. The second objective is to develop a pilot water information management system to integrate these data sets.
As you already said, South Sudan is an extremely young country, the youngest in the world, in fact. How are you managing to integrate the work with this political landscape?
So as a new nation, the water resources management tools need to be enhanced. As such, under this project, we need to develop hand in hand with the World Bank, but also with the ministry, these tools, including the provision of capacity building and training.
And how does this project aim to strengthen climate resilience in the region?
With very limited data, it is very challenging to respond to floods and droughts. We are providing data and tools from different sources to enhance disaster risk reduction.
What are the impacts of improved water management on the local communities in South Sudan?
The World Bank and the Ministry has emphasized the significant value of Earth observation services, especially for nations such as South Sudan, which are fragile, conflict and violence affected, with limited capabilities for ground measurements, high vulnerability to floods in terms of magnitude and persistence, vulnerable population, and very limited national capacity for disaster risk reduction.
This is wonderful work. But just to go back to the collaboration between the GDA programme and the World Bank, tell us how that collaboration facilitates the achievement of these goals.
Thanks to the work done under the GDA, GMB has a much better understanding of the situations, the challenges and the opportunities for South Sudan. As such, a strategic collaboration between GMB, the World Bank and the Ministry has established.
Now, you mentioned challenges. We must talk about some challenges that you faced during the implementation of this project and, of course, how you've managed to overcome them.
Through the duration of the GDA activity and under this new World Bank project, the team is really engaged and aligned with the World Bank and the Ministry to make sure that we are meeting their requirements. In addition, capacity building is really required and will go on over the coming months. We'll continue the different type of trainings in data, hydrological purposes, and the portal.
And from challenges to future plans or projects, talk to us about your future ambitions that build upon the work currently being done in South Sudan.
The World Bank team engaged on this project is actively bolstering national capacities by integrating the use of earth observations for effective flood management through various World Bank finance operations. For GMB and other Earth observation players, this represents an opportunity to contribute to the overall development and resilience of these and other countries. Regarding water resources management projects, GMB is currently also working with the World Bank in Botswana and Afghanistan in topics related to groundwater, floods, and drought hazard assessment.
Thank you so much for your time, Beatrice.